Hey, Gene,
Yes.
before I forget about it, our good buddy Mark back there, he's such a big help to us every time we're around these parts of the country. He always comes out, helps us load in, and takes care of any of our immediate needs and things like food and stuff like that. His folks are in the crowd tonight. Jimmy and Kathy Thomas are in the house tonight. We'd like to recognize them. We appreciate them coming out.
Appreciate them being huge fans.
Yeah, huge fan. And also a couple of friends of ours from Lower Alabama, Randa and Johnny Blackman. We hadn't seen them in, I don't know,
That long.
month of Sundays at least. They're out here tonight, and I understand Randa is representing the Malpass brothers nowadays, and so we're
The
glad to have them out here.
Malpractice
The
brothers?
Malpractice brothers, yeah.
Those are good guys. If you hadn't had a chance to see them,
Yeah.
they're good. They're
And then, of
good.
course, we got our good buddy Kobe Greer right over here. He's a fantastic singer, songwriter, artist in his own right from
DJ.
right up the road. DJ, yeah.
He does it all. You mentioned music, he covers it all.
You ought to hear him do some George Jones every once in a while. Boy, it'll knock your socks off.
When you get tired there, let me know.
I'm trying to get, I got a whole list of stuff here. Matter of fact, I forgot to tell you this. I was getting off the bus a minute ago, and this lady stopped me out there in the parking lot. She said, "Excuse me, sir." Said, "Aren't you with Gene Watson?" I said, "Well, yes, ma'am, I sure am." She said, "Well, would you get a message to him for me?" And I said, "I'd be glad to." She said, "Would you just let him know that I've been following him for over 45 years, and I think he's the greatest country singer there ever was."
You're kidding.
Well, I tell you, I said, "My goodness, you really are a fan, aren't you?" She said, "Oh, yeah." She said, "You know what else?" Said, "Gene still looks as good today as he did 45 years ago."
How thick was her glasses?
Well, she was wearing glasses. Of course, that threw me a little bit. And I said, "You really think so, huh?" She said, "Oh, yeah, he's still a sex object." Of course, when she said that really got the wheels turning up here, you know. So I put my mind on it, you know.
What wheels?
I've been thinking about it for about the last hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, and I finally come to a conclusion. She's absolutely right.
Well, thank you.
You're still a sex object. Yeah. Matter of fact, you got twice the sex object you were 45 years ago. Try to pay you a compliment.
Yeah, right. You just exactly know Ethiopian yourself.
Without condition.
You sure know. Folks, I guess y'all know. I hope y'all can't hear everything that's said up here behind me, because there's a lot of things go on back here that I can't see, but I know they're going on, and I just hope that you folks can't hear it, because a lot of it's not suitable. But anyway, I would like to. I'm lying there again. I would like to. I almost feel compelled to introduce these guys. I know I've called their names during the songs and everything like that, but I'd kind of like to introduce them to you. So in case you meet them coming down the street, well, you have the option to cross over and maybe not embarrass yourself or anything. But we have a lot of trouble, and we have a lot of fun, and a lot of things go on that I can't tell you about. But I'd like to introduce them to our only Canadian in the band. And this boy, I mean, you talk about steel guitar and lead guitar and all that, he is a smoker. He really is. We want you to give him a great big hand. Our steel player, Mr. Mike Bork over here on steel. Let's hear it, boy. If you really want to get his attention, hurry, call him Spike. I named him Spike because he reminded me of Spike. I hope he don't get hold of me. Then this one right here. He's been with me for 12 years, folks. 12
Beautiful
long,
years.
count them, 12 long years.
Beautiful, long,
Hey,
arduous.
quit saying them words, arduous. He is our lead guitar player, our featured lead guitar player, our acoustic player, harmony singer. He is the band leader and road
Manager.
that, and chief instigator. Boy, start a fight in the dark closet, I ain't kidding you. He's one of the best, and we want you to give him a great big hand. Our lead man, Mr. Chad Phillips, right here.
Well, they love you, Gene.
They will get to keep you too. Back on the drums is an old boy that's been with me for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. And now that's one thing, but here's another thing. 20 years, never missed a show. Never missed a show. He's kind of upset with me right now. You hear that click, click, click. You ain't supposed to hear that. He's upset with me though. I asked him what the problem was. Well, he said he's sick and tired of being unnoticed. So I don't know what to do. I mean, if you're unnoticed, you're unnoticed. I mean, live with it. One of the best in the business, my hometown of Paris, Texas, Mr. Todd Hines on the drums. Let's hear it for him. I don't know how many of you folks have had a chance to put an eyeball on this unit back here. But I noticed just kind of glancing out through there, there's a lot of you got a great big question mark above your head. All kinds of questions that you'd really like answers to about this. And I'm gonna answer all of them in one little short phrase. He ain't right. I mean, he is. But he is an example of what you can do if you work hard enough. I think he should be put in the Guinness Book of Records myself because he's been with me for 29 years, almost 30 years. 30 years. And I ain't even the one that hired him. Really, this is a fact. I was getting ready to go out on tour, and I thought everything was in good shape, and then I found out that the boy I had playing bass for me didn't want to go out on the road again, so he quit, and he told everybody but me. And so here we're getting ready to go, and I can't find a bass player. So after I looked everywhere I knew to look, I called this old buddy that I knew I could trust, or I thought I could trust. And I told him about my situation. He said, Gene, said, look here. I don't know but one guy that can climb out there on that stage and do that show from start to finish and never miss a beat without a rehearsal. I said, yeah. No, he said, I'm telling you straight up. He said, he can do it. He said, all you got to do, you just throw him on the bus and let him go. I said, I'll tell you what, if you feel that strongly about him and his ability, you hire him. You hire him for me. And I said, in the event we go out and he ain't everything you say he is, I'm coming back and killing you. So here we're getting ready to pull out the bus, sitting there running, lights on and all that, waiting on our brand spanking new bass guitar player that we ain't ever even seen, much less heard. And all at once, I hear this coming down the road. And the bus stayed about 12 miles out of town and ended up a long gravel driveway off of a U.S. highway. And he's coming down that U.S. highway. Finally, he came into my field of view. And folks, he was driving a Ford Festiva. And I mean, he had the ears pulled back on it too. He was letting her out, doing about 28, 30 miles an hour. And when he got to that turnoff to go up that driveway, I don't know whether he didn't have any brakes or not. If he did, he didn't use them. He just geared that thing around in there and hit that gravel, and the dust all piled up in the air, and rocks flew everywhere, you know, and I don't know what all. In a minute, he come putting out of there and went around, parked it up alongside our vehicles. Folks, he leaned over in that passenger seat and kicked that door open. And when he did, the first thing that got out was hair. Ladies, he had hair y'all would pay big bucks for. I'm talking about. He had the hair going on. And by this time, I'm already over on the other side of the bus sharpening my knife. But he comes strutting up there with his hand out, smiling from ear to ear, shaking hands to everybody, telling them how glad he is to be a part of the band. And he had on spandex pants. Spandex. And they reached from about right here all the way down to the very tops of them black and white, high-top, lace-up Converse tennis shoes. Well, on top, he had a see-through nylon tank top that he had taken a dull pocket knife and altered it to suit him. And he had left a little gap around the middle. He said that's so he could show some skin. And up here on the sleeves, he had cut it from the neck all the way down here, so it's when he leaned over, you could see in this side and out that side. I knew he wasn't too sharp. He didn't even know where you're supposed to put earrings.
And then right there above his waistline, you know, he had a tattoo of Gene Watson riding a chicken. Had a rose in his mouth and a dagger in his right hand and smoke coming out of the back. Show me the tattoo. Oh yeah, Spot's got a picture of him right there.
There he goes. Him and his chicken. But, now you got to keep in mind, folks, this was nearly 30 years ago. Look at him now. I think I've done wonders with him, don't you? Take a look at him. Tell you something else. He turned out to be one of the finest bass players I ever worked with. Our own Stanley Rogers. Give him a great big hand. Of course, I got to tell you, some things you can't fix. Try as I may, and I'm still working on it. I hadn't given up yet, but some things you can't fix. He still gets out of hand something. This guy right here is our piano player. I don't know whether you can see it or not. You probably can't because he got it turned around. He's from the great state of Arkansas. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I got crickets on Canadian. I didn't know Arkansas too.
And Gene, we in Alabama, you don't even want to mention Arkansas, don't you?
Boy, you better take that red pig off front of that piano. You know, I got to say that I got some of the most unique players there ever was in my band. I didn't say best, I said unique. Take this one here, for instance. He's from the great state of Arkansas. We're going down the interstate between Little Rock and Memphis. And I'm riding shotgun up there in front of the bus, and I'm looking out through the windshield, and I see this little speck on the side of the highway. Now, this is the interstate highway. You ain't supposed to be out there hitchhiking. But if you want to go somewhere bad enough, you will. And undoubtedly, he did. As close as we got to him, I noticed it was a man, and he ain't too big. You know about how tall Ernest T. Bass is, don't you? Well, I noticed the closer we got that he was thumbing and riding, that's well and good, but he had that piano under his arm. You ought to see him on the side of the interstate highway with that piano armed up and then trying to thumb a ride too, you know? Well, I told the driver, I said, you know, somebody that wants to go work that bad deserves a shot. We pulled over and picked him up. I'll guarantee he turned out to be one of the finest piano players I ever worked with. Give him a great big hand. Dwayne Rice right here on piano. Let's hear it for him. Folks, I know a lot of you, when you came in here, you may not